Eagle Nation. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Joelle, and here are your announcements for this week.
Hey students, the 9 weeks grading period ends today. Make sure you have all your assignments in and are passing for eligibility purposes.
Dress code is in full effect. If you are not sure what the dress code rules are, Araceli has created a short video to remind you of what is expected.
Welcome to Dress Code 101. Students, did you know PHS is starting to reinforce dress code? If you didn't, well now you do. And lucky for you, I'm here to tell you what you can and can't wear. For starters, ID badges must be visible at all times. Not in your pocket, not in your wallet, and not in your backpack. Where you can wear it is around your neck or hanging on the outside of your backpack. Holes in jeans are allowed as long as they are below mid-thigh. Above mid-thigh, you will get dress coded for. Pajama pants are also not allowed. Hold on, no pajama pants? What am I supposed to wear? Maybe try some pants. Yeah, but I don't want to wear pants every day. Sometimes I just want to be comfy. Well, you can always wear sweatpants or even some cargo pants. Multiple piercings are also not allowed. What is allowed is a singular nose stud, and your hair can only be a natural hair color. Hats are not allowed in the building, and skirts and dresses are allowed as long as they are no shorter than 2.5 inches above your kneecap, front and back. And finally, no tank tops or crop tops. I hope this helped, and I hope y'all don't get dress coded.
Hey Lauren, we've been hearing Mateo talk a lot about Mario Day recently. Something about how it connects to March 10th or something?
That's right, March 10th is known as Mario Day, and Mateo put together an informational skit explaining the evolution of Mario games.
Sounds interesting. Let's see what he has to say.
Mario. He's certainly a video game mascot, and that mascot certainly has games with his face on them. I'm Mateo. And no matter where you are in life or just how much you know about Mario, you're basically obligated to know because people just like him. Because in case you guys haven't noticed, the first 3 letters of March are M-A-R, and the 10 is kind of like an I-O. You can already tell where this is going. So let's not waste much time and just jump right into the... If we're going to talk about Mario games, I must inform you guys about all the different titles that the series just happened to branch off of. Here's an image. Look at how far down the rabbit hole this goes. So I'll spare you some time and just go over the spin-off titles that are the most popular. Also, no, I'm not mentioning videos with Mario on the internet. I encourage that's something you learn in your own free time because that's a whole nother tree worth looking into. Almost any Mario game with the words Mario Brothers on it is what you want to play for some basic 2D Mario fun and experience. But the only directions you can move are left and right because they're 2D games. All the way down to the original Super Mario Bros. Game in 1985. And although the main characters Mario and Luigi were technically introduced in the earlier arcade games, people like to give this one more credit because there was just nothing quite like it at the time. It wasn't long before we got follow-ups like Super Mario Bros. 3 or Super Mario World that gave us all kinds of new power-ups and characters that would become staples for the Mario franchise for many years to come. But those are just the 2D games, obviously, and less so the 3D games. These are the games that expand the universe in Mario in many interesting ways. First, no longer was a player confined to just 2 types of movement and could now move in all directions, because... yes. These games also stood out more from the 2D ones because they had more unique level ideas, enemies, power-ups, and visual choices. Games like Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Galaxy, or Super Mario Odyssey, these are all games that introduced brand new playstyles from what you were used to when playing 2D Mario. Which is definitely something you can say about some other Mario titles, but we'll get to those later. Now we get to the spin-off titles, and boy oh boy, Mario Kart sure is home to some of the best-selling Mario games ever made. These games have taken the idea of old-school racing and add some modern flair to it. Despite how good my skill is and how good I can race, my family and friends can still win. Why? Because of all the item boxes that you can pick up while you're racing. Even though the items that you get are randomly generated, knowing how to use them and when to use them more will increase your chances of winning. But of course not every Mario Kart game is the same. That's right, the Mario Kart series contains 8 different games that all play differently and have different things to enjoy about them. Alright, here's another spin-off title, Mario Party. These games contain very divisive gameplay styles depending on which one you pick. And that includes the maps you'll be playing on, the selection and minigames, and all kinds of crazy events that can happen while you're on the board. There's a bit more going into it, but you get the gist. Mario & Luigi is an RPG title where you essentially control both brothers to solve puzzles and initiate combat. Much like the 3D mainline games, they introduce new story and gameplay ideas for each new game within the series. And on top of all that, these ones had amazing soundtracks. I mean, take a look, listen to this. We saw the company Nintendo take a far newer and more experimental direction with its other title, Paper Mario. Now, much like Mario Party, these kinds of games can be very divisive depending on which ones you pick. Every other game seems to go back and forth between using different elements from 3 different types of game genres. There's a bit more going into it, but you get the gist. And apparently it's prevalent within Paper Mario that they can be pretty emotional at times. I have heard about games like Paper Mario or Super Paper Mario that have had by far some of the most interesting and beloved stories any Mario game has ever told, so that could be an interesting experience, if you're up for that. I really appreciate you guys so much for watching, and even if you're not a Mario fan, I hope you still somehow got some enjoyment out of it. Thank you, and I'll see you next time here at the Biggie Studio. Bye bye.
Wow, that was very informative, Mateo.
I agree. Mario is really riveting.
You know what else is riveting? The fact that spring break starts today.
I know. I can't wait. We hope everyone has fun plans for spring break.
And don't forget to come back on March 18th. That concludes our announcements for this week.
See you after spring break here at the Biggie Studio.
Pride, pride.